Our full forecast is coming up. WMBD News This Weekend starts right now.
We've been prepping all week for it. We're trying to staff accordingly.
Getting ready for the big game, how the local bar scene welcomed the masses.
Plus, when students could be heading back to class after officials find lead on their school walls.
And a WMBD special report, how to protect your kids from being the targets of identity theft. But first, the Super Bowl, unlike any other sporting event, and the amounts we eat, drink, and spend this Sunday are hard to believe. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Maria Chandler. WMBD's Dan Malloy joins us now live from the Fieldhouse in Peoria to recap what this big game means for local business. Dan.
Hey guys, and hello to all of our WMBD viewers staying up late with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl and your Super Bowl Sunday. The Broncos defense shut down that vaunted Carolina offense 24-10 tonight in Super Bowl 50 out in Northern California. But locally back here in Central Illinois, I've been following all things Super Bowl Sunday today in Peoria. And before the game kicked off at 5:30 today, it was shoppers and businesses dominating Super Bowl Sunday.
The hands down the busiest day of the year.
Brian Nelson and his Peoria Buffalo Wild Wings teammates have been game planning for Super Bowl Sunday for weeks.
We're trying to staff accordingly, lots of teamwork talks, and we have it all organized like a special way.
The National Retail Federation estimates 48 million Americans will order takeout today, and the National Chicken Council predicts we'll scarf down 1.3 billion chicken wings. For the jersey-clad employees at B-Dubs, the Super Bowl brings the ultimate challenge, serving thousands of wings to hungry folks with little room for error. But they say they are ready to pick up the blitz.
We're not going to succeed if we're not communicating. Teamwork. Can't just be out for yourself. You know, you got to be ready to help your fellow server, cashier, busser, or whatever.
Many of us were still scrambling this afternoon for snacks, but Hy-Vee and other local grocers have the scouting report on Super Bowl Sunday shoppers. Our procrastination isn't surprising anyone.
We planned for it. We brought in extra help today, so there are no lines. So all day long we'll have extra help. We have all hands on deck today.
Shoppers were in every aisle and almost every checkout lane. We consumers truly consume a ridiculous amount on this unofficial holiday. And boy, do local businesses thank us for it.
We have huge displays, huge selection, so we were ready for today. I think we would probably double the business that we normally do on a Sunday.
You don't really think about it, but even like a party of like 4 or 6 can easily do 100 wings, you know, so yeah, they go pretty fast.
So whether you hosted the house party or sat at your favorite bar to watch the game, today you have taken part in a truly American tradition. Now, as we get past the Super Bowl game being over, you're going to hear lots of post-game stats, who threw for how many yards, but maybe no stat is as crazy as this one. The National Retail Federation estimates that just today, Americans will spend more than $15 billion on food, decorations, and team apparel for the Super Bowl Sunday. That's crazy. Now, Kurt Pegler is going to have a full recap and post-game reaction to Super Bowl 50 coming up later in sports. Reporting live in Peoria, Dan Malloy, WMBD News.
All right, thanks, Dan. Some people spent the day celebrating the big game by helping others. Jimmy's Bar hosted its 34th annual Super Bowl fundraiser. The goal? To raise $5,000 for a scholarship at Peoria Notre Dame High School. That's where one of the bar's former employees went to school. When he died of cancer, the bar wanted to remember him. Owners say hundreds of people were expected to turn out. Many told WMBD there's nowhere else they'd rather be.
Seemed like the same crowd, you know, but I mean, it's a wonderful thing, and nobody has to put any money in. They're not pressured.
Bar owners say they don't determine which student gets the money, but it usually goes to one who is active in the community. You can find more on this story on our website, ciproud.com.
Police departments all over the state are stepping up patrols tonight. Illinois State Police, and Peoria Police both say they'll have more patrols on the roadways. They're cracking down on DUIs, speeding, distracted driving, and seatbelt violations. Last year, ISP issued more than 1,800 citations on the roadways during Super Bowl weekend. Over 100 of them were DUIs. The Peoria Police say if you're drinking, plan to have a designated driver.
Students in Midland schools could be back in the classroom this week. It's a story we're continuing to cover for you. District leaders say crews have been moving furniture and equipment out of the grade school since Friday. Tomorrow, teachers and staff will be back for a meeting at the middle school. They'll finish cleaning the building and discuss plans to accommodate everyone. The district plans to hold an open house at the middle school on Tuesday for parents and students. They expect all kids to return to class at the middle school on Wednesday.
WMBD is your local election headquarters. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders will debate next month in Flint, Michigan. The Democratic National Committee announced today the debate will air on CNN. Flint was thrown into the national spotlight after it was discovered the city's water supply has been poisoned with lead for months. Sanders and Clinton have both addressed the issue on the campaign trail. Sanders has called for the resignation of Michigan Governor Rick Snyder, a Republican. Clinton has argued the crisis was ignored in part because the city is poor and its residents largely African American.
Less than 24 hours after being on the debate stage, candidates are back to canvassing the Granite State for more support. In a recent poll of likely Republican primary voters, Donald Trump came in first, Marco Rubio second, and the winner of the Republican Iowa caucuses, Ted Cruz, he placed third. The same CNN WMUR poll for likely Democratic primary voters shows Senator Bernie Sanders leading with 58% compared to 35% for Hillary Clinton. Well, the Denver Broncos weren't the only ones getting some rings tonight. The Super Bowl Sunday proposal is still ahead.
But the problem is Social Security numbers. People steal the Social Security numbers.
Plus, protecting your kids against a growing crime, how you can step in before it's too late.
And there's a live look over Bloomington. Later, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates for a look at the week ahead.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority.
Hi, I'm WMBD Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. My family is the most important thing in my life. And just like you, when severe weather strikes, my first thought is keeping them safe. We all know central Illinois weather can change in an instant. And you can trust that when severe weather strikes, the information I'm giving you is the same information I'm giving these guys. And together, we can weather any storm.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates on WMBD News at 5, 6, and 10.
I thought I was screwed. After breaking my leg, I thought I wasn't going to be able to work. Didn't think I'd be able to afford my medical bills, car payments, none of that stuff. It's hard enough being a single mom as it is, but not knowing if you'll receive a paycheck the next week is enough to scare you to death. That's why I'm glad I called Strong Law. I was able to get my medical bills paid. They made sure that I would get a paycheck. I was able to put food on the table. I don't even want to think about where I'd be if I hadn't called them.
Heart. You follow it. You love with it. It changes you. Advocate Heart Institute offers more top cardiologists in more than 100 convenient locations, performing more heart procedures than any other hospital in Illinois. Because the more you do, the better the results. Advocate Heart Institute. Your heart deserves the best.
You're watching WMBD News Weekend Edition.
Protecting kids from danger isn't easy, especially if there aren't warning signs.
Well, one of them could last long into their lifetime. WMBD's Shane Gustafson introduces us to a growing problem targeting kids in this special report.
Nearly 24% of identity theft victims are under the age of 29. It's a powerful statistic that's sparking worry in parents everywhere.
I think a lot of the newer parents, we're nervous because we've grown up in a whole entire world dominated by ID theft.
Mark Stevens is a parent, and like many, he does what he can to protect his 3-year-old son.
Well, just making sure that I'm shredding stuff that comes in, making sure that I'm keeping an eye what comes through my mail with his name on it.
All important steps to keeping kids safe from identity theft. It's not often thought about, but it's a problem that's on the rise.
And often the first time a parent will know this is when they get a foreclosure notice or a collection addressed to their house.
Larry Nelson has made a career of protecting people's identities. He tells me kids have become a target recently because a thief can use their information for a longer period of time.
I've read cases where you had 3 or 4 or 5 people using the same social. Different names, so not using the kid's name, but they're using the social.
And since kids aren't taking out loans or buying houses, the problem can go undetected for years, sometimes 20 or more. That, parents say, is what troubles them the most.
I think the thing that scares me the most out of all this is what happens if I don't find out about it. What if they do get his information and it goes on for, 10 years, 15 years?
Like Nelson, others are aware of the growing problem, especially those who work with kids every day. They're trying to stop identity theft before it's too late.
We're pretty adamant about keeping everything safe. We have everything under lock and key here.
Think about your body. Does it have ears? Does it have fur? Does it have hair?
Everyday Discovery's preschool and daycare in Peoria is making sure none of their information gets out. They don't collect social security numbers, and whatever information they do have is shredded.
We just ask for the basic information, names and addresses, emergency card pickup, those types of things.
Owners tell me other daycares and preschools are doing the same, and parents should make sure of that.
They absolutely should ask how the files are stored and what you do with files that are no longer needed.
Nelson says it might be tough, but the best way to protect your kids is putting a freeze on their social security numbers and requesting credit reports often. He points out that could mean hours on the phone with credit agencies answering all kinds of questions, but he says it could pay off.
Don't assume that everybody's good, and watch the information and just don't put out a lot.
If they don't have a privacy policy, they don't really need my business.
Obviously, one of the best ways to prevent theft is keeping your own information locked down. Both Nelson and the daycare tell me being cautious about social media can also help.
All right, thanks, Shane. The ISU Redbirds still flying high after a major upset last night. Kurt has sports just ahead, but first, here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with a look at what's going on outside.
Hey, Paul, you know what, a pretty decent evening thus far after what was a beautiful day. We had high temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50 in Peoria, but things looking much colder. In fact, we're dropping temperatures a good 20 to 30 degrees for the start of the week. We're also expecting a little bit of snow. Your full forecast is coming up.
What? We have to get in for an oil change before the line gets too long.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. With Meineke, save time and schedule your appointment online. Come in now for 50% off preferred oil changes. Meineke, on with life.
Helping out in our communities isn't something we have to do, it's something we need to do.
And it's something we want to do. When someone is in need, Central Illinois rallies to help.
It takes a significant investment to build a stronger community. That's why we're launching the $1 million community investment.
Over the next 2 years, we will be awarding over $1 million in multimedia grants to local nonprofits.
To apply, log on and tell us about your organization, your needs, and what we can do to help.
What? We have to get in for an oil change before the line gets too long.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. With Meineke, save time and schedule your appointment online. Come in now for 50% off preferred oil changes. Meineke, on with life.
Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. Register today.
Are you still waiting to change your bathtub? Bathfitter can give you a new tub in as little as 1 day with their unique tub-over-tub process. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one. Plus, only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit. And a lifetime warranty. That's what got me. A new bathtub changes your life, and it's never been more affordable. Don't wait. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
The experience from the salesman to the building crew all the way through was just pleasant and professional.
I feel that the people at Morton are my friends. I'll do anything for them because I felt they met that with me.
I wouldn't have anybody build me a building other than Morton. I wouldn't even consider anybody else.
It pays to go look around, but by far Morton's got the best building and we're just so pleased with it.
Contact Morton Buildings today during our Building Value Days sales event. Find the building of your dreams at mortonbuildings.com.
It's auto show time. Time to get into the new with Ford. Come and get big savings on Ford's new lineup. Stylish cars that hug corners and turn heads. Tough trucks for the Midwest's biggest jobs. And SUVs to get around town or out of town. Now get into a Focus with 0 for 60 plus 2,000 trade assist and a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty only at your local Ford stores.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's Chief Meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Welcome back. Another beautiful day across central Illinois. Mostly sunny skies, at times partly cloudy. Temperatures were near 50 today. Don't get used to it. Things are actually on the way to beginning to become much, much colder as we head into tomorrow. Here's our current view looking over the Illinois River from East Peoria. Nice shot from our Borisbury Lofts Skycam. Temperatures now 36 degrees. Winds are still out of the west, 7 miles per hour. We're going to see the temperatures dropping and the wind speeds increasing as we head into tomorrow. Right now, a lot of locations mainly in the 30s, 35 in Kewanee, getting a little chilly down in Bloomington. They're at 32 degrees. Also on the other side of Interstate 74, looking at 32 in Galesburg. But scattered snow showers just now beginning to work their way into central Illinois. Snow will be on the increase tonight. It wouldn't be a constant snow, but you are going to see periods of widely scattered snow showers pushing through the area, thanks to another very cold system that is just now beginning to work its way out of Canada. In fact, temperatures up north into the teens, 15 in Fargo, 17 degrees in Minneapolis. A sign of what's to come over the next couple of days. Temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday will struggle to get out of the teens as the brunt of the cold air pushes into the Midwest. So the cold air is still sitting up to the north even through tomorrow, but we're going to be into the 20s. And the warmest will be tomorrow morning. You're heading out the door for work. That's when it's going to be about as warm as it gets, and temperatures will drop throughout the day. The threat of snow does come to an end through the day on Tuesday. We'll be left with some scattered snow flurries, but then the cold air really begins to arrive. Temperatures will begin to plummet. So here's future track through tonight. Scattered snow showers pushing on through by 3 o'clock. That snow band that is currently moving just to the west of Galesburg should then begin to push into Peoria, Lakin, and down into Lincoln. Bloomington will also begin to see a few flakes fly. The snow showers continue on and off even through your morning commute. Don't be surprised to get a few snow showers pushing on through. Temperatures down into the mid-20s tonight. 26 degrees in Peoria, 25 out of Kewanee. Now, as we go through tomorrow, scattered snow showers continue on and off. We're not expecting a whole lot of accumulation. In fact, the snow accumulation itself is not going to be a big deal. Your temperatures, though, will be. Expect these temps to drop throughout the day. The warmest will be, again, tomorrow morning, around 27. Then your temperatures will be dropping down into the lower 20s and upper teens by the time you head home from work. Wind speeds also becoming a factor throughout the day. Will be anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour early. Could see winds peaking early to mid-afternoon, gusting nearly up to 30 miles per hour at times. Now, with scattered snow showers, we will be dealing with some blowing snow, especially in rural areas. So here's our storm impacts. We're only expecting about an inch of snow accumulation, some locally higher amounts certainly possible, and that's going to be the total through Tuesday morning. So it's a long duration, light snow event. Now, winds will be out of the northwest at 10 to 20, gusting to 30. That is going to create some areas of blowing snow, especially once you get outside of town. So that's something you'll want to keep in mind when you're hitting the roadways. And then a problem that will be heading into Tuesday and Wednesday as temperatures get much colder, wind chill values near zero during the day, well below zero at night. So here's a look at that Southside Bank extended forecast. Again, around an inch of total accumulation through early Tuesday morning. Some flurries possible Tuesday. Some models want to bring in another system Thursday into Friday, but we have a lot of unanswered questions. So for now, we'll just go with mostly cloudy skies. If we were to get snow, it wouldn't be a whole lot anyway. Temperatures will begin to warm up at that point, but it's still cold. High temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday only in the teens, overnight lows into the single digits. The coldest wind chills we'll see could be anywhere between -5 and -15 degrees early Wednesday morning. Now, we are going to see some bit of a warm-up towards the end of the week, just not as warm as we thought it was going to be earlier last week.
Yeah, that is really chilly, especially when you consider how nice it was out today.
Yeah, you know, average high this time of year is 35. So this is, you know, we're going to get we're actually really dropping. We're going to be below average for quite some time.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Chris. A Central Illinois couple now engaged after tonight's Bremer Jewelry Super Proposal.
One nervous viewer in Washington waited until halftime of the big game for the big moment.
Chelsea.
Andrew Jones won Bremer's Super Proposal and popped the question to Chelsea tonight at Kep Sports Bar and Grill in Washington. Chelsea says she didn't even hear the end of his pre-recorded proposal because she was so shocked to see his face.
It's amazing.
It's been amazing last year.
Yeah.
Really excited.
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Very exciting.
Just speechless. So excited. I love you.
We're excited for them. The newly engaged couple will join us to talk about their super proposal tomorrow on WMBD News.